Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back with another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 replay cast. Should be a good one for this one. It's TvP on the map Blackpink. I mean, I know I cast a lot of games with Terrans in them lately. It just seems that that's where the majority of the good and available replays are. So I'm going to cast another one here. It's a bit of a few different players. Spawning up in the top right hand side. It's been a while since I've cast one of his games. It is, I guess, the best German Terran player playing for Mao's Esports, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is HeRoMaRinE. So HeRoMaRinE, a German Terran player, not necessarily known for having incredibly good tournament results in a while. However, he has reached some very high skill levels. He plays at a very high level on the ladder, and that's what makes him very well known, mainly by the fact that he streams while doing it. HeRoMaRinE, one of the more popular Terran streamers. He streams very consistently, so I believe he's a professional streamer at the moment, if he was to find, but he does it while still playing at a very high level, which makes it impressive. Anyway, it's time to introduce his opponent, spawning down the bottom left-hand side. I didn't honestly know him before I heard about this match, before I looked a little into the scene and the bracket and whatnot. It is Light, the Protoss player from Romania, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check on that. Yes, from Romania, playing for the team Iron Chain. Now, this match is actually from the IEM qualifier. Technically, HeRoMaRinE's playing under the Italian flag, as he has dual citizenship, to my knowledge. And then Light is, representing Romania. So it's cool to see these two guys facing off. And like I said, it was quite a close match, so we're going to see how it works out between these two guys. I mean, the map is Blackpink, so there can be some very specific timing attacks, usually some pretty decisive builds on a map like this. We'll see how it works out. Light did go for the probe scout, just wanting to make sure HeRoMaRinE wasn't up to no good. Scouts, it sees that there was a command center going to be going down. Doesn't see that there's no Reaper. HeRoMaRinE did elect to skip this, going for the faster reactor, going for the factory, and then just the one Marine. So HeRoMaRinE playing it a little bit reactive, I suppose. Now, if I'm not mistaken, on the newer versions of this map, they added the back rock so that Reapers can jump up. So this is a bit of an older replay here, and that's likely why at this time HeRoMaRinE did skip the Reaper. Even the Protoss can easily wall it off and defend it. So it is a bit tough for Terran to get information. I don't know what I was gonna say. Identify what's going on. Yeah, so the Terrans, they can have a bit of a tough time trying to get information on a map like this, and that's why Terrans just sort of like to do their own thing on maps like this. I mean, if you can't get information, the best thing to do is to try and do your own play and have your opponent react to it, or to be sort of a baseball glove and try and catch everything. Stalker is on the way for Light here, so he's going to be rallying the second one of those to the natural. He's already got one, so not skipping any units to a high degree or anything like that. We'll see what he does decide to go for. It. He does seem to be dumping all his Chrono Boost into probes at the moment. He's going to have another one finished in a second here, opting for a robotics facility, so he may be playing this sort of style. He could go for a bit of a warp prism harassment, something like that. However, the fact that he is going for the robo first really is sort of saying that he's not going for super fast blink, for super fast charge, for anything just like that. And he's actually getting up a shield battery at the front, so I believe Light is going to try and play this defensive style here. And he actually already got one in the main base, so really playing it safe. I mean, shield batteries don't defend from Widowmine shots, but they certainly can help with Hellion Marine drops, really anything. Basically anything that doesn't kill your workers in one shot. So I guess technically they wouldn't defend from a sieged up siege tank as far as Terran units go. A Thor and Widowmines. Maybe a Blue Flame Hellion? No, I don't believe Blue Flame Hellions one-shot probes. I'll have to look into that, but I don't believe they do. And I think that's the only thing a shield battery doesn't really help with. A battle cruiser, pardon me, Yamato cannon. Alright, so anyway, while I ramble on as this game heats up, HeRoMaRinE is looking to go for a tank push across the map, but now, as I said, Light was playing a pretty defensive style. He's already got the robo, so if he identifies that this is on the way, he'll likely Chrono Boost out an Immortal. He has the Stalkers done for the time being, and now there's no stim for HeRoMaRinE, so this is a very early bare bones push right now. He just started producing tanks, made 2, and then continued just on this bio production, so he is trying to get some early damage done. Observer does scout this, so Light's going to immediately begin reacting. Throws up a robotics bay, but really he's going to want to start Chrono Boosting out in Immortal. He starts up another shield battery. Immediately he's poking out with his stalkers just to start picking off these Marines, and he's actually shaving them off at a good pace. Light may just be able to try and get on top of this. Probes are pulled. Yes, they're just there to buffer for the time being. Most of the Marines have gone down, and unsieged siege tanks are not the best by themselves. 3 probes have gone down, but so far HeRoMaRinE not getting too much damage done there. A few more probes helping in, just wanting to make sure this gets cleaned up. HeRoMaRinE focuses down 1 or 2 probes, but ultimately that did not get too much done for HeRoMaRinE. Light is attacking away now. HeRoMaRinE, though, he's not too far behind at this point. It's not like Light went for a greedy third. He was playing a safe build here. He will have to deal with a bit of blink, having a later stim, having a much later starport and factory, not having a third CC up just yet. He's starting that right now, just scouting out to make sure there's nothing cheeky going on. So yeah, HeRoMaRinE will have to sit back a while. Light, just gonna continue macroing, I believe. Stalkers are being warped in for Light, so this is his primary unit for the time. Gonna have that blink, that high mobility. Protoss really love to utilize that. Currently boosting out another observer. I don't believe he lost one. He's actually on his 3rd observer now, so wanting to make sure he has vision absolutely everywhere. Also making a disruptor. Now, forgive me, the disruptor has been patched and patched and patched again, so I'm honestly not sure at what stage the disruptors are in. I believe in this patch the disruptors are on that they'll immediately detonate on connection, but and they have the warp prism cooldown. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's the state they're in for this game, but you cannot quote me on that. We'll just have to watch and see how it fires here. So a 3rd Nexus going to be finishing up for Light. HeRoMaRinE is going to have his 3rd CC, not too far behind this. So both players really are just macroing on 2 bases, and HeRoMaRinE can be quite content with that. Although HeRoMaRinE not quite content for anything, actually just moving out immediately here. Gonna try and keep the pressure on Light, not even waiting for medivacs right now. The observer is giving high ground vision. HeRoMaRinE, he may pick this off. Yes, he will. He scans to get that. Light is gonna want to keep buying time with these stalkers while he waits for more disruptors. Now, the question of this game is really gonna be whether a HeRoMaRinE can dodge these disruptors or even know if they're coming. Light continuously trying to buy time with these stalkers, picking up any unit. HeRoMaRinE does scan ahead, very wise, identifying these disruptors. Light is going to have to go in there to defend that base. 1 or 2 good disruptor shots, so could thin this bio out enough, move the stalkers to clean it up. HeRoMaRinE forced back there, disruptor goes for a shot, doesn't accomplish too much there. Light firing out another one, immediately connects with those Marines, so it isn't the patch in which they immediately go off upon connecting with a unit. And Light actually forced to abandon the space. Disruptor's really not working out for him there. He immediately throws up another robo, so maybe he's just going to try and gear up and go for a 2-base disruptor Colossus timing. I would love to see him maybe transition into Colossus here, because now he's in a really tough spot. 2-base Protoss versus 3-base Terran player right here. HeRoMaRinE poking forward with a Marine or 2. That Marine pays the price. That tank is very weak, and there was just the 1 tank. Disruptor's going out. No connections there, though. Light now up to 4 disruptors here, maybe just relying on Serta, just pushing through. Disruptor does go forward, doesn't quite connect. Another one a lot closer. HeRoMaRinE not paying attention. Massive connection on that disruptor. I'll have to look for the hero there, but 6 kills there, so a good amount of damage being done by that disruptor. Really thinned out this army. With maybe 1 or 2 more warpins, Light may be able to just jump on top of this. HeRoMaRinE identifies that he needs to retreat and is retreating. That scouting disruptor purification over there, forcing back. HeRoMaRinE is in pursuit right now, does blink forward, could start picking off these medivacs. Disruptors run forward are really going to help clean out this buy right now. HeRoMaRinE forced back. Stalkers can now begin working on the remainder of these units. A disruptor starts to get focus fired down, but ultimately it does just kill off those units. Light is forced to retreat once again. He did lose a disruptor in that fight. A good number of stalkers fell as well. However, he did clean up that army. It is looking a little rough for Light, though. He's just retaking his 3rd base, whereas HeRoMaRine's just on that full 3-base production. Light only on that 2-base production. And actually, I didn't notice about this, but Light has no upgrades here. He's just getting up his double forge now, going to try and catch up. The disruptors, the good thing about them is that they do bypass any amount of upgrades. So Light will have to rely on those good disruptor hits, and it may not work out too poorly for him. Disruptor shot does go out there. He's looking to push out across the map, so being very bold. If a fight goes poorly here, he could be in a lot of trouble. Needs to be careful, maybe wait a little while for his other disruptor shots to come off cooldown. But as I was saying, Light may not be in too bad of a spot versus HeRoMaRinE. HeRoMaRinE invested in 3 extra barracks, not an extra starport here. He is making Liberators, however, Stalkers can handle a few Liberators, and Disruptors can handle the bio, and it is looking just to be mass bio. Light just pushing forward, though, gets a massive Disruptor connection on the army. However, these are Stalkers and Disruptors. They are not good to trade versus this, and now Light lost an incredible amount of stuff here. I believe a Medivac drop was cleaned up there. He traded well with HeRoMaRinE, but he just committed there, went completely, basically all in there, like all the way into HeRoMaRinE's base, not necessarily all in. Another Disruptor must have wandered forward or something along those lines, gets picked off. So HeRoMaRinE really still far ahead in this game. He is looking to go for a drop, so we'll have to see what he gets accomplished with this. I mean, if Light can pick off like get a big Medivac pick off or something, that would really even up this game. However, the supply gap is increasing right now, 140 to 104, so that's quite a difference here. Good number of Disruptors at the third. We'll see if HeRoMaRiNE's able to bring these down. Right now, Light actually does move in. He picks off those 2 Medivacs, so he must have identified or sensed that was coming in the game. So now he's going to have to deal with his army at his front. Disruptors are going off, picking off a good chunk of bio here. The Stalkers come to reinforce him, and they actually go right on top of these Liberators here. Liberator is getting a bit more damage done than it really should, I believe. Really needs to clean that up. That Liberator got a lot of kills before it died there. However, these Marauders, these Marines are getting cleaned up there. Right now, the upgrades, though, still not started for Light, so it is soon going to be 2-2 bio versus 0-0 Stalkers. It could be very tough for Light right now. It's really all going to be on the Disruptor connections. HeRoMaRinE making a lot of Marauders just to churn through these Stalkers. HeRoMaRinE a little bit out of position here. We're going to see what these Stalkers can get done. Killing off a few SCVs would be massive. There's a good number of Disruptors here. 5 is quite a bit. This is quite a choked up location. We're going to see immediately throws at 2 Disruptor Novas. That's already most of it's gone there with the 4th one going out. SCVs are being cleaned up, 9 going down. It may just be good for Light to recall here. Disruptor and Purification Nova goes out, gets a good connection there. 23 SCVs have actually gone down. That's a lot here. HeRoMaRinE really can't connect on top. Does a massive Disruptor shot goes out. He's actually getting fantastic shots here. However, HeRoMaRinE goes for the surround. A recall is forced. However, it does take quite a while for these units to get out. A lot of Disruptors fall there, but 27 SCVs did go down, and another Disruptor comes forward, picking off 8 units before dying. I think that's an alright trade. So, Light lost a good chunk of units. He's really just relying on these Disruptors. I'm honestly loving how he's trying to just keep it going. No upgrades. I mean, he's making charge lots, which will be absolutely useless. He really does just need something to buffer. It's literally just these Disruptors here. The Stalkers to clean up if there's any Liberators, but the Disruptors to take care of most of the bio. 1-1 just starting now. He's chrono boosting it out. However, that's a long way to go. The Disruptors are going to have to be the tool that Light uses to hold on in this game. He's done a good job thinning out Medivacs. However, HeRoMaRiNE's been constant with his production right now. A few Stalkers are getting caught out of position, which is very unfortunate. A Disruptor or 2 are moving forward to try and get on top of this. Some Novas forced out, gets a connection or 2, but really is going to need the big connections here. Picks off another 2 Marauders. Nickel and Diamond HeRoMaRiNE right now, it seems, picking off another 2 Marauders. Another Nova goes out, another 2 Marauders here. More units going down, 2 Marauders and a few Marines. He's just getting HeRoMaRiNE here and there. These Disruptors are working wonders right now, cleaning up most of the bio for HeRoMaRiNE. Light's actually ahead in supply for the first time really in this game. He's kept most of these Disruptors alive too, as they've got more work to do. HeRoMaRiNE lifting up the Medivacs to get out of there. Stalkers playing forward might have been a bit bold there, however, it's going to be really hard for HeRoMaRiNE to control all these units right now. More Disruptor Novas going out, connecting with a lot of this bio. The remainder of the bio is very red from stimming back and forth constantly. Another Marauder goes down there. A lot of Disruptor shots have gone down. I wish there was a kill tap for the amount of damage that these Disruptors have got out. The bio was also oh so weak, so that it doesn't even matter the upgrade advantages. The Stalkers with their burst damage just taking care of it. So Light actually ahead in supply. HeRoMaRiNE, he's mining on these 3 bases. However, Light has a 4th base up right now, and HeRoMaRiNE is now just floating as 3rd base. Light will have the 1-1 upgrades finishing soon as well, so he's not going to be too far behind in that regard anymore. And the Disruptors have clearly been working. HeRoMaRiNE just trying to make this mass bio style go, and it's simply not working. This is a great showing from Light here. Those Disruptors, I mean, he's been using them to great effect here in this game. I mean, I'm sure A lot of them have died off. How many disruptors have died in this game? 13 have given their lives, but 100 Marines, 69 Marauders, and most of those were killed by the disruptors there. Light looking to meet HeRoMaRinE in the middle of the map, picking up a medivac or two. Zealots charging forward, however, this is still very weak, just Blink Stalkers here. Zealots were going for a run by there, it seems. Now Light looking to put on the pressure. 2 Marauders, that seems to be the number of the day here. 2 Marauders going down once again. We're going to see Light continuing to put on the pressure right now. He's ahead by almost 30 supply here. Taking a bit of counter damage back at home. I'm not too sure where that occurred. You'll have to forgive me. I think it might have been a drop or something. I got cleaned up. Light pushing in on this third base. It worked oh so well for him before. Now HeRoMaRiNE's in a big spot of bother right now. It's very hard to engage Disruptors. Trying to run forward a few Marauders to take care of this. He's going for the full surround. However, Disruptors deal a lot of splash damage for units coming in. Light once again recalling. He's bled off a lot of units each time he's recalled, but lowering the SCV count of HeRoMaRiNE. He's now down to 32. Light almost doubling the worker count. And HeRoMaRiNE doesn't have the economy just to keep throwing the spy away. He hasn't gotten much damage done. Goes to find the pylon. A nice pick off there to identify this. However, oh no, these 2 Marauders. Yet another couple of Marauders. It's just not a good PSA. Maybe, yeah, I don't know, but it's not looking too good for Marauder couples here. Anyway, so more Disruptor Novas going out, getting massive connections here. There goes another 2 Marauders. It's just every shot. HeRoMaRiNE seems to have split off his Marauders like that. There's not many Novas left in this army. 1 left to push this army back. Some more are recharging here. HeRoMaRiNE trying to push up a ramp right now. More Novas going out. However, he's really burning through the cooldowns as he's forcing back. HeRoMaRiNE just keeping his distance, forcing them out. More Disruptors are joining up with this, though. 2-2 is about to finish this wall, so the upgrade advantage now gone for HeRoMaRiNE. So the Stalkers are even going to stand their ground a little bit more. Zealots really become a more viable option. There goes another 2 Marauders. How many times have 2 Marauders gone down in this game? We're seeing a Disruptor or 2 gets picked off there. HeRoMaRiNE being so bold, trying to just bait out their shots. That's the mechanic of them detonating instantly there. However, HeRoMaRiNE, a lot of his bio is red from stimming non-stop. And now there's just so many Zealots have been warped in. Light ahead in supply, and for the first time, it's really just physically more scary rather than relying on that AoE. A few probes seem to be misrallied there. However, HeRoMaRiNE is being forced back right now, and this is, oh, so many Zealots right now. Light with the superior economy just collapsing down on top of HeRoMaRiNE. HeRoMaRiNE forced back. Stalkers blink forward, pick off 1 or 2 of those critical medivacs, and HeRoMaRiNE is just endlessly retreating, but I don't think that he's going to be able to defeat this army right now. If he gets too close, the Disruptors kill off absolutely everything. A few more units going down, nickel and dime, non-stop this game. Light just doing so well with these Disruptors, and he's fought his way back in this game. HeRoMaRiNE at quite the deficit now. Supplies are pretty much reversed from what they were about 10 minutes earlier in this game. More Disruptors just being produced. HeRoMaRiNE, I have a feeling that if he had simply gone for more Liberators and things like that, or maybe more siege tanks, he wouldn't have to deal with this. Right now, HeRoMaRiNE's scanning, maybe a little bit worried right now. However, Light's just going in on the front. A lot of Disruptors just run forward. Light figures, alright, I'll go for it. He's got the Zealots and Stalkers to take care of the bio regardless. It seems HeRoMaRiNE kiting back. Yeah, bio's good versus gateway units. However, I'm not sure it's good enough to come back from this deficit right now. He's pulling back once again. The Disruptors just run into the face of HeRoMaRiNE, clean absolutely everything up. It seems a chunk of bio staying alive. However, 1 more blink there to deal with it up, and that last poor Marauder gets taken out by that Disruptor Nova. So GG gets called. Fantastic showing from Iron Chain Light, the Romanian Protoss player. Put up a really good game here. This was a close match, I guess, and it was really a good one to watch. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the cast, feel free to subscribe. I'm always putting out new content. Feel free to like, as it really helps out, trying to break that 1,000 subscriber mark as well. So simply just thank you for watching my videos. Otherwise, I shall see you guys next time.